called that the game was rescheduled. So here we are in the first set, 14-13 in favor of the Hebbronville Lady Longhorns. And here we have number 9, Robin Barrera, set to serve. There's the serve here. Number 2, that's Emily Ibanez there. And there's a spike by Aleman, gets to the gap there, as that'll tie it up at 14 apiece here. 14-14 is your score here in set number 1, as we are set to go here, as Barrera serving it into the net there, and that's a point for Hebbronville. Once again, we do apologize for the late start here. We did get a last-minute phone call saying that the game had been rescheduled, so we moved as quickly as possible. And there's number 10, that was Lopez. Spiked by Aleman. And 22, Castillo gets to it, and Castillo passing it over. There's Hinojosa to Barrera. Natalie Villarreal there on the kill attempt, but it doesn't go over the net there. 16-14 is your score here in set number 1. And there's Lopez on the serve. Ramos gets it to Barrera, who gets it to Shy. And Castillo trying to get it back to a teammate, unable to as it hits the net. And that'll be a point for Falfurrias. Here's Villarreal. And that's number 23. I don't think she's on the roster there. Unable to put a name to that number there, but number 23 gets it, and it's a tie ball game here. And there's Villarreal with the serve. Gets an ace right there. Let's look at that replay. And here's Villarreal getting ready to set up her serve. And there you go, right there, gets the ace, and it's just 17-16, first lead of the game for Falfurrias. And it looks like we do have a yellow card called here by the top judge. Unsure what that's about, but nonetheless, we have Villarreal here to serve for Falfurrias. And there's number 6 that looked like Garza. And number 7, Holbein, tipping it over, getting the point there. Miss Caitlin Holbein getting to that ball and scoring the point there. Great job by Holbein. Number 2, Ibanez will be set to serve. Ramos gets it to Barrera, who passes it to Aleman. And it does hit in there, as that'll be another point for Falfurrias. We do have a substitution. Number 1, Diaz, is in for Ramos. Here's Aleman with the serve. The pass right there looks like number 8, Reese. And that'll be a point for the Hebbronville Lady Longhorns. An illegal contact will lead to a point. 18-18 is your score here in set number 1. We do have a substitution. No last name given, but the first name, Jasandra, is in for Garza. As we have Castillo set to serve. It's it into the net there, and that's going to be a point for Falfurrias. Substitution, number 15, Perez, is in for Shy. And here's Perez on the serve. And it's a little too much off the hands of number 23, and that's going to be a point for Falfurrias. And a timeout is called by Hebbronville. Just want to say you're tuned in to Real Sports Live. We'll be back after these commercials.
The single you just have to have. Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito. TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where...
And we are back here. It looks like Aaron Bettis is set to serve. And there's number 22, Castillo, and the attack by Gisandra there is successful, does get the point there for the Lady Longhorns. To help you out right there. And here we go. Barrera setting up Diaz. And the attack does find the ground there. 21-19 is your score. Great offensive strategies by both teams so far, able to get their attacks complete and scoring points here. And there's Hinojosa, number 23, not sure what her name is, but there's number 8, Reese on the attack. Front row attack does go long there. 22-19 is your score. And there is Hinojosa. And an attack there by Reese. And there's Lopez as they do get it over. And Villarreal with a front row attack just long there. And that's a point for the Lady Longhorns. And here's Reese on the serve, getting a good serve in there to Perez. Barrera setting it up, and there is Villarreal. 23 gets the ball, passing it over the net there. And there's Hinojosa. 23 gets it to right there, Ibanez. And looking at cross-court attack there, that was Lopez. And there's Villarreal trying to tip it over. Ball rolls off the top of the net there. Rolled off the top of the net and fell back to their side. That is another point for the Lady Longhorns. And there's Reese getting it to Aleman. Barrera trying to tip it over there, unsuccessful. As 22 is your score here across the board, and the timeout will be called by Falfurrias. Just want to remind you, you're tuned into Real Sports Live. Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Roku. Wherever you get your podcast, tune in to Real Sports Live. We broadcast from the Coastal Bend all the way down to the Rio Grande Valley. 22-22 is your score here in set number 1. We'll be right back after this short message.
The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever.
Touchdown was short. We're back to action here as Reese is set to serve. Into the net there, and that'll be a point for Falfurrias. Substitution here. We've got number 11, Ramos, is in for Diaz. And there's Ramos. Number 23 getting it back in. And there's Lopez bringing it over. Barrera to Aleman with the front row attack. And there we go. That's number 10, Lopez again bringing it over. And there's Villarreal with a soft attack. And there we go, bringing it over there. Number 9. And there's number 4, Villarreal. And a block attempt off the hand there. Barrera does get to it, and there's Aleman trying to bring it up there and just couldn't get enough underneath to get it over the net there. 23-23 is your score so far. And there's Ramos to Barrera to Aleman, and that kill attempt does land. That'll be set point for Falfurrias, 24-23, and looks like we have a substitution here. Number 6, Garza, is in for Miss Gisandra there. It looks like the substitution wasn't successful there, and now it is. They completed it. And here we have number 9, Barrera, set to serve. And there we go. Here's number 2. That is Ibanez. And number 8, Ruiz, gets it over. And there's Hinojosa to Aleman, who hits it straight into the net. 24-24 is your score here. And just want to remind you, it is win by 2. So the first one to take a 2-point lead will win the set, and Holbein comes in, checks back into the game here for the libero. Here we go, Barrera setting up Aleman. Off the hands there of number 22, Castillo. Trying to bring some life into that, and Castillo with the tip attempt just does get to the net there. And 25-24 is your score here. Set number 1. Back and forth here. Here's Villarreal. Here's number 10, Castillo. And it does land. Castillo couldn't get under it. And that'll be the end of set number 1. Great set through and through. Falfurrias does take number 1 here, 26-24. You're watching Real Sports Live. We'll be back after these messages.
37 North Sam Houston in San Benito is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of...
And we are back here. We apologize. We just lost some camera feed. We'll try to get that back up. But nonetheless, I will bring you play-by-play action here as best as detailed as possible. As here we have the Lady Longhorns set to serve. And here we go. There we go. We got it back. Here you can see the Lady Longhorns are set to serve. That is number 2, Ibanez, awaiting her serve. as we await the voted lineup checks here by the officials. Do want to remind you that we are Real Sports Live here. We do have sponsorships and advertising available on our pages. Go to realsportslive.com to get started, or contact Mr. Joe Bowling on our Real Sports Live page to start your advertising process. Those are what keep our broadcast alive and well, and we want to thank those who have donated, those who have sponsored, and those who are advertising. And here we are. We're ready to start set number 2, as Ibanez will be set to serve. And there is Aleman. And there's Hinojosa. There's number 11, Gisandra. There's Aleman with the attack. And great job by a combination of Ibanez and Reese to recover that one. There's Aleman. And there's Reese on the attack. Front row attack hard there. And here we go. There's Ibanez setting up Reese again and tries to do the soft lob over on that front row attack. Just didn't get under it enough, and that will go into the net there. First point of the set goes to Falfurrias. And here's Aleman set to serve. And there's number 7, Holbein, on that recovery. And there's number 10, that looked like Lopez. And there's Reese. Shai recovers it. And Shai going for the attack there. A little. It does hit the line there. Looked a little bit sketchy there, but the line judge does say it does hit the line. So nonetheless, here we are, 2-0. Aleman serving. And there's Holbein, the pass to Ibanez, getting it over there. And there's Barrera with a pass to Diaz, who tries the on-the-ground attack there. And there's Reese on the attack. And she does not get to that one. 3-0 is your score here. And here we go. There is Aleman. Ibanez on a tip over. And there's Hinojosa, back row attack there. And there's Reese on the front row attack and gets it to fall there. Want to take a look at that one again there. There is the back row attack by Hinojosa. And then there's a good set to Reese, who gets the front row attack to be successful. There's Barrera to Diaz. With number 8, Reese bringing it back. That was Lopez on the attempt to bring it back there, unsuccessful. But great effort there, as she almost did get it back in. And substitution there, Perez is in for Shai. And here we go, that is Ibanez on the pass. There's Reese getting it over. And Barrera to Perez. It's a little miss hit there, but able to recover. And there's Reese on the attack there, off the hands of Hinojosa. And that it will be the second point for the Lady Longhorns. And here we go, there is Diaz. And there is Barrera to Diaz. Gisandra to Ibanez to Holbein. Hinojosa gets it to Barrera. He gets it to Perez. Ibanez setting up Reese, and that is going to be ruled a double hit there. 5-2 is your score here in set number 2. Doing great. And there's Hinojosa on the serve. Castillo. Reese. And Ibanez trying to bring it back in. Little miss hit there by a combination of Reese and Garza. It's 2-6 is your score. There's Hinojosa. Ibanez to Reese on the attack there. And Reese gets it back over. And that'll be ruled a double hit. Oh, an illegal contact here by Falfurrias. Point number 3 for the Lady Longhorns. Here's number 23, not sure what the name is, roster is not listed. Here's number 10 there in Hinojosa. Ibanez to Lopez, gets it to Aleman. Barrera to Diaz. And there's Lopez getting it back over. And Barrera setting up on the pass. Villarreal on the front row attack goes too deep there. As it is 6-4 your score. And a long serve there, trying to find the back row. Just got it a little too much under it there, and that's 7-4. And there's number 11, Ramos. And there's Lopez. Diving effort there by Hinojosa. There's Ibanez. And on that one is Lopez. And here we go, Ibanez. Holbein on the attack there. Blocked by Villarreal. And that is going to be a point. Let's look at that one. We go past the Holbein. Excellent effort getting up there and trying to get it over the hands of Villarreal. Nonetheless, the height differential there, just too much to handle. And there's Holbein passing it over there. Hinojosa to Barrera. Villarreal gets the successful attack off the hands of number 23 there. And we do have a replacement. Reese is in for number 23. And here is Ramos set to serve. And a little confusion there by Castillo Reese. Nonetheless, 10-4 is your score here in favor of Falfurrias. There's Reese. Up there to Ibanez, and Lopez trying to tip it over, hits it into the net there. And we will have a timeout called by the Lady Longhorns. So I want to remind you, you're tuned into Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this commercial message.
You have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the Blue Building and the Blue Shrimp Boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano.
We are back here. Ramos set to serve. There's Reese. To Ibanez. Holbein on the attack there. Hits the top of the net there. Great effort on that attack. Nonetheless, just doesn't get enough under it, but great effort there. And we do have a substitution here. Looks like Guerra is in for Holbein. And there's Ramos to Reese. Lopez tipping it over. Perez gets to it. Barrera setting up Aleman. And there's Lopez again. And there's Castillo to Ibanez. The attempt by Guerra. There's Villarreal. Ruiz. Ibanez. Lopez on the attack. Just a little too much under that one. 13-4 is your score here. There's Ramos. That is, not sure who that was. That was, never mind. Here's Barrera, Aleman. And again, number 6, Garza. Lopez bringing it back. Ruiz trying to get underneath it over the net there and is unable to get it to go over. 14-4 is your score. And there is Ramos. Ruiz setting to Ibanez, and that is Guerra on the attack. Villarreal. And there's Ramos on the attack there, as that will go underneath. And we do have a substitution here. It looks like number 5, Patton, is in. First time I've seen her today. That is number 5, Scotty Patton. There's a setup by Barrera. Villarreal on the attack. Ibanez bringing it back in. Castillo getting it over. And there goes Barrera to Aleman on the attack there. Garza to Ibanez to Lopez. And it does land off the forearm of Aleman. 14-6 is your score. And there we go. That is Hinojosa to Barrera. Back to Hinojosa on the back row attack there into the net, as that is going to be 14-7. And there we go. That is Guerra. And there's Perez on the back row attack there. Ibanez to Castillo on the front row attack. And there we go. There we go. Ibanez setting up Lopez on the front row attack this time. Diving effort by Patton. Barrera gets it over. Jump by Ibanez, tipping it back over the net. And Ibanez on the diving effort. Castillo to Guerra, and just couldn't get the ball back over. Great effort on both sides there. Great volleying. Great communication by both teams. Great effort there, as that was a well-played point by both teams. And here's Barrera. That is Garza. Setting up Castillo, tipping it over there. Diving effort by Barrera. Villarreal. And that is an attack there by Aleman, as it is a successful kill attempt. 16-7 is your score. Let's try to look at that one again. Diving effort there by Barrera, setting up by Villarreal, and just a great kill by Aleman. And a point to Falfurrias, as it does hit the antenna there. 17-7 is your score so far. There's Barrera. Ibanez setting up Lopez. And just a little too much air under that one. 18-7 is your score. Here we go. There's Barrera on the serve. Garza. Ibanez to Castillo. Aleva gets to it. Ibanez, Castillo. And there is Lopez. Hinojosa too shy. Number 23 to number 2, Ibanez, who tips it over. And there is Aleman, as it does go out there. A little too much under. It goes long. As a big break there for the Lady Longhorns. We have a substitution. Number 7, Cantu, is in for number 9, Barrera. As we have Lopez here set to serve. Aleman. There goes Hinojosa, and Shai get it over. Ibanez to DeSandro, finds room and it gets in there. Let's look at that one. Here we go. Shai gets the ball over. Number 23 gets to it. Ibanez sets up, and right there, beautiful cross-court attack. As that results in a point for the Lady Longhorns, and the Bells here do tack on another point here. 19-9. There's Villarreal. Ibanez to Castillo. Villarreal gets to it. There's Cantu. Aleman. Ibanez tipping it over. And Shai on the cross-court attack does find room. As that'll be point number 20 for Falfurrias. And hit back immediately by Monique Villarreal on the block attempt. Cantu on the diving effort, couldn't get to it. As that is 10 points there for the Lady Longhorns. As we have Ibanez set to serve. Lauren Cantu with the set. Villarreal with the kill attempt. And it does fall. 21-10 is your score. Substitution in. Pierce is in for Patton. Here you go, number 2. There is Reese on the attack, cross court. Cantu setting up Pierce. 23 gets to it. There's Ibanez. Reese gets it over. Cantu. Hinojosa. Shai trying to go cross court there. Doesn't have enough to get under it. As that'll result in a point for the Lady Longhorns. As we have Holbein checking in. And there is Castillo. Deep serve there. Got a little under it. 22-11 here. Substitution. Aaron Perez is in for Shai. And Barrera is in for Cantu. Duties of the R2 there, checking substitutions. And here we go, Perez. And a great serve there. Diving effort by Lopez, unable to get underneath it. 23-11 is your score here in set number 2. And here we go, here's Perez. Straight into the net there. 12 points for the Lady Longhorns. Number 11, Gisandra. And we have number 10, Lopez, checking in. And it looks like an out of rotation call, and that'll be a point awarded to Falfurrias. An out of rotation check. I don't know how the rotations work, but something was off. That will be set point for Falfurrias. Here's Hinojosa on the serve. Castillo gets it to Ibanez, who gets it to Holbein on the attack there. And Pierce on the attack. Great defensive effort there by Holbein, intimidating Pierce to get her to hit it into the net there. Here's number 8, Reese on the serve. And a diving effort by Hinojosa, unable to get there. Great serve by Reese. And Reese on the serve. Perez. Barrera hits it back over. Holbein on the attack there. Aleman gets to it. Couldn't find a teammate. Great job by Holbein shooting that back immediately. And Pierce on the attack. They're trying to find cross court. And there's Hinojosa. Pierce on the attack again. There's Sandra getting to it. And Lopez on the attack there. Aleman diving effort to get to that one. Villarreal on the attack again. And a diving effort by Castillo hits the hands and goes straight down. And that'll be the end of set number 2. 25-15, 25-16 actually was your score here in set number 2. Great effort by both teams, but Falfurrias does take a commanding 2-set lead. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back after these messages.
Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized.
And here we are, ready to start set number 3. Aleman serves. Apologize about the camera again. It's a little bit spotty these last couple of days, and Falfurrias does score the first point here. Long attack doesn't go as planned for Hebbronville. And here we go, we have Aleman serving. Holbein gets to it. And there's Reese with the front row attack. Reese passing it to Ibanez. Pass it back to Reese. And Diaz gets to it. A successful point there. I do apologize, we are having camera troubles. But we'll do it. We're doing our best to get it back online. And there's Aleman on the serve. And there's a point there for the Lady Longhorns. Great attack, turned successful. We are doing our best to bring you the feedback. And here goes, there's Barrera. And a point is awarded to the Lady Longhorns as that kill does go out of bounds. As we are trying to get this camera back rolling. And that is a point for Falfurrias. And there is Lopez, and a shot back by Villarreal there at the net, and that is another point for Falfurrias. As we are not sure what's going on with this camera, we're troubleshooting it as we speak, but there's Bettis. Ibanez, Holbein on the attack. And there's Diaz. And there's an attack there. Reese couldn't get it over the net there. I was not sure what's up here. Trying to give you as best a play-by-play as we can. And it's another point there for Falfurrias on that serve. But it And there's Bettis. And here we go. Camera feed is back here. A little bit shaky, but we'll take what we can get. There we go. And we are off again. And there we go. A little bit shaky. Sorry about the camera there. We're trying to get it back to straighten out. But there is a kill by Ruiz. I apologize. I haven't been keeping up with the score. Just trying to troubleshoot this thing. 6-4 is your score. And there we go. There is. And another point for the Bells there. Another point for the Lady Longhorns there, correction. And there's number 11, Gisandra. Here's Barrera. And there's Holbein. The attack by Lopez doesn't go as planned. She wasn't able to get under it. Here's Hinojosa. Set to serve. And here we go. We have Hinojosa set to serve. And there we go. Looks like an illegal contact was made. Not sure what type of contact that was, but nonetheless, the call was an illegal contact. And there's Hinojosa getting it to Ibanez, who gets it to Holbein. Long attack there, does go long, too far back, as that'll be another point for the Bells. And it looks like we'll have a substitution along with a timeout here by Hebbronville. The substitution will be Ruelas is in for Perez. But nonetheless, we do have a timeout here. Real Sports Live, we'll be back to you after these commercials.
7 North Sam Houston, San Benito. TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles.
And we're back here. Hinojosa set to serve. Into the net there, and that's going to be 9-6, your score in favor of Falfurrias. There we go. Villarreal with the attack there. Soft hit cross court. And there's Lopez on the attack. Tips it over. And Ruelas gets it over, and it does hit. And it looks like net contact was made there. Point goes to Falfurrias. And here's Ramos. Gets the ace there. Nobody was going to get that one. And there's Ramos to Sandra off the backboard there. Ibanez gets it over. And there's Aleman, and the reaction time by Ibanez, by Sandra correction, good, but couldn't get it to the teammate in time. And here's Ramos on the serve. Number 23 gets to it. There's Lopez to Holbein. And there is Villarreal on the attack there. And they do hit it out of bounds. Ramos does get another point there. 14-6 is your score here. Falfurrias does have a 2-set lead so far. And here's Ramos serving. And that one goes into the net here. Another timeout taken by Hebbronville. You're watching Real Sports Live. Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Roku, wherever you get your podcast. Tune in to Real Sports Live. 15-6 is your score here in set number 3. We'll be back after these messages.
San Benito is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is.
And we are back here. Hebbronville has used up both timeouts. And here's Ramos on the serve. Deep serve there as that finds the paint in the basketball area, as that'll be out.
Come on, babe.
There's Holbein on the serve. And does find the right corner there. That is an ace for Holbein. Let's try to look at that replay again. As here we see she's setting up to serve. Gets the right amount of contact and finds that right corner right behind Ruelas. And there's another serve and another ace there for Holbein. This time finding the right side down the line, gets to the left side of Ruelas. And here's Holbein again. Hinojosa gets it to Barrera, who gets it to Aleman. Diving effort by Reese, as she is unable to get to it. 16-9 is your score. And here we go, Barrera on the serve. And there's Reese. To Ibanez. Lopez gets it over. Hinojosa to Barrera, who gets it to Shy there. Cross-court attack. Diving effort by Holbein. And just could not get it over. Great effort, though, on that dive attempt. And there's Barrera. Hits it straight into the net. Another point there for Hebbronville. As here we have number 10, Lopez, to serve. A little high serve there. Hinojosa gets to it. Barrera. Aleman will try to get it over. Rolls off the net there, and that point will go to Hebbronville. Here we go. Lopez is set to serve. This time a solid serve by Lopez. Ramos gets to it. Barrera. Villarreal off the hands of Holbein as that drops straight down there. And it looks like we'll have a libero replacement here from Falfurrias. Monique Villarreal, number 6, gets into the game. 18-11 is your score. Number 23 gets it. And here's Castillo on the attack. Into the net there, and that's going to be another point for Falfurrias. And there, Villarreal just hits it back over. 20-11 is your score. And off the hands of Reese there, going to her left side. 21-11 is your score in set number 3. Here's Villarreal on the serve. Ibanez setting up Castillo on the attack there. And here's Aleman on the attack. Finds the lane right there, and that's another point for Falfurrias. And it looks like we will have a replacement here. Holbein is back into this ball game. 22-11, Villarreal serving. A diving effort by Holbein. 23-11 in set number 3. There's the serve there An attack by Castillo. Batted straight down by Villarreal. And that'll be set point for Falfurrias, 24-11. Here's Natalie Villarreal on the serve. Holbein getting it to Ibanez. Looking for Miss Jassandra there. And there's Aleman. Finds a lane there. And that's going to be it there. Falfurrias takes the sweep 3-0. Thank you for tuning in to Real Sports Live. Have a great rest of your evening.